What's going on, man? It's your boy Credit Cloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Looking for my stars where I'm not going nowhere. Alright, so I will be approaching this video a little different than I typically do. So if you've been on my YouTube channel, you'll know that typically what I do for my sneaker reviews is I give my initial thoughts. I'm talking about the collab. I'm talking about my thoughts on the silhouette. I'm talking about it to some degree. I'm talking about the sneaker itself. Next, I'll move into me rocking it for a week. So you may see clips of me rocking them in the gym, running errands, just being in the shoe, showing that I am wearing the shoe for the time period that I say I'm rocking the shoes. And the last half will be me giving my thoughts, comfortability wise, how do I feel? Sizing wise, how do I feel? And then, styling, and I show clips of me, wearing it with different things. That's typically how I do my sneaker reviews. But I have gotten 2 comments lately talking about the overall duration of my videos being that they take too long to get to the point, which I can understand. Some people don't necessarily care about my thoughts on the sneakers or the initial thoughts of the sneakers. They don't care to see me rocking them for a week. They simply just want to know if I have these in my cart, are they comfortable? And is the sizing true to size, or should I go a half size up? Like, that's all people want to know, which I can completely understand. Some people got things to do. They can't just hear me talk and yammer all day. I get that. So for this video, I am going to switch up a little bit. I am going to try to pick up the pace. I'm not going to showcase my initial thoughts. I'm not going to show me in different clips of me rocking them. I'm just going to give my thoughts on the comfortability, sizing, and also styling wise about these sneakers. But before I get into these sneakers, which I know, I said I was going to try to pick it up, so I'm going to have to talk fast. Hey, 2 times speed it then. But listen, you have to understand why these sneakers were so dope to me and why I will fight on this hill that this is definitely top 5 sneaker of the year. Without question. This is like, without a doubt, the top 5 sneaker of the year that's dropped this year. I'm not even playing. And to get my admiration for this overall silhouette, we kind of have to go back in time with this sneaker right here. Now, this is gonna be the Nike Flightposite. I think this is the year of the horse, year of the something. Yeah, the year of the horse, I believe. And that emblem don't really tell you nothing. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the year of the horse, let's go with that. But this was my first expensive sneaker in my closet, period. So before that, growing up in a single parent household, couldn't get all the sneakers my homies were getting. And I remember when I got these, I was like, it was literally like Christmas. I got these, I want to say 2014 or 2015, I want to say. This was my first pair of expensive sneakers. I think it was like around the $200 mark at the time. And when I got these, bro, I fell in love. Again, I got these in 2014 or 2015. I still have them to this day. These sneakers ain't leaving my closet, bro. And it just symbolizes how much I love Foamposites growing up. Foamposites got introduced to me at a point in me loving sneakers that was crucial. Like at the time, I would say I got really into sneakers during like middle school. That's when I started paying attention to like what sneakers my homeboys getting, what sneakers do I really want. I'm on 23 is back. I'm like, I'm hopping on a train with my cousin to swap sneakers with somebody that he met on Craigslist, bro. Like, that's when like the sneaker thing really clicked in my head. And I just remember when Foamposites took over the game, bro. I'm talking like the Galaxy, the Foamposite rookies, which they need to bring back. Like, the rookies were almost questionably better than the original Foamposites. I ain't gonna lie, them rookies, gas. But literally every silhouette of the Foamposite, whether it be the Flight, whether it be the rookie, whether it be the Barkley ones was kind of, I don't know about that. All of them were just super dope. Like, they were introducing so many different colorways, different designs. They had the Weathermans, you had the Galaxies, you had the Thermal Maps, you had the Area 72. Like, bro, you had so many pairs and people were legitimately rocking these. Like, these wasn't just like a, you had to be into sneaker culture to really like these sneakers. Like, every time I went somewhere, I saw a pair of Foamposites. I saw the Area 72s all the time. I saw the Weathermans. I saw the Thermal Maps all the time. I saw people rocking the metallic pair. Like, I seen these sneakers and I saw the impact they had just on the micro level and within the area that I grew up in. And I think it was so important because everybody was rocking Jordans. There was no other, there was nothing else. It was either Jordans or you was rocking nothing, like Vans or Converse, like that was it. So when Foamposites came along, bro, it just ignited something different. And I could say the same thing about LeBron's. Like when LeBron's got introduced into like sneakers culture, bro, like the Big Bang, oh my God, bro. The sneakers are crazy. But again, bringing it back to why we had this video today, these sneakers, Foamposites, Flightposites, Clogposites, you know, they even have the Courtposites, I believe that's what they're called. Like these sneakers have always been at the top of the top when it comes to sneakers, just because I remember when these got introduced to me and it was at a time where I was starting to really get into sneakers. This being the first pair of expensive sneakers that I've ever owned, Foamposites have always had a place in my heart. So that's why we come to these. These right here, you can't even lie to me and tell me these ain't in the top 5. I say top 3 this year. Come on now. I done put hours into these shoes. And I know I said I wasn't gonna rant, but I have to talk about, I'm so happy there's a resurgence back into Foamposites. Like you see Clogposites dropping left and right. Even the Supreme ones that came out maybe a month ago, those are gas. They were visiting some of the old colorways from back in the day with the Foamposites. You know, we have people taking the Foamposite and just changing it and bringing you something new. Like, these sneakers are amazing. And I don't want to keep rambling on because I really want to talk about comfortability, durability, and all that jazz. But again, I love Foamposites, bro. And I'm glad they're back where they are. I'm glad people are doing collabs with them. I'm glad that they're getting more colorways and just getting a better treatment that they have been getting. Now, let's talk about comfortability. Now, again, I want y'all to understand, this is coming from my personal take on it. I know some people have different experience in shoes. Different people have different feet. Some people have flat feet. Some people have, little bridge under their foot. Like different people have different, somebody might have a big toe that's bigger than most big toes. Like everybody is going to experience these shoes differently. Comfortability wise, they may not be the most comfortable sneakers in my closet. And I'm comparing those to like New Balance 993s. I'm comparing those to some of my more comfortable, that's geared towards comfort shoes. But these, I've legitimately never had a problem in these. Actually, I'm lying. The only problem that I have with these sneakers, just because of how sturdy they are, they're not good driving sneakers. Like, I remember I was just driving to Houston. I had to take them off because they don't give much. Like, these shoes are legitimately indestructible. Again, I've had this pair well over 10 years, if not 10 years exactly. And still look at the condition of them. Like, yeah, they have yellow at the bottom, but it's like these shoes have still held up. I got these in high school, bro. I am now graduated from college by at least 2 to 3 years now. I am well into adulthood and I still have a pair of Flightposites that I had since high school. Bringing it back to my point that these shoes are really structured, so you're not gonna have much give. The only problem I've had in these shoes is driving. So, constantly going like this. I legitimately might have ADD. But again, that's the only problem I had in these shoes. But I've literally put hours in these shoes. I just went to Arizona. I went to go visit my old campus and I walked the campus in these shoes. I walked a lot actually in these shoes when I was in Arizona. I've had them for 3 months now. And these shoes, I don't have problems with them, bro. I legitimately don't. I don't have a single problem. And again, I'm not saying they're the most comfortable sneakers, but they definitely are doable with what I've been able to do in them. So long periods of walking, standing, just whatever you could think of. Other than driving, that is the only issue I've had when it comes to comfort. So if I have to grade it on comfort wise at a 1 out of 10, these are definitely within the 8, in my opinion. Again, they're not the most extreme actually 7.5. Let's do 7.5. I ain't gonna give it an 8. 7.5, but that's just my personal take on it. Again, comfortability wise, they are comfortable. Only problem I had is driving is a no-go just because they don't give. And if you want to just like kind of slightly press on it, it's just not gonna work. But again, that is my only take on comfortability. Now let's talk about sizing. Now, I don't mention this often in my sneaker reviews, but if you see my shoes, you know what I'm talking about. Every pair of shoes I get, no matter what pair of shoes I get, if it has laces, I'm loose tying them. I don't know why. I've been doing this since middle school, since when my cousin taught me it. But every sneaker I get, I loose tie them. That's just how it is. But I will say these are very true to size. These are a 9.5. Most of my sneakers are 9.5s. They may flop right now just because they're loose tied. And I'm not saying flop as like I'm coming out of them, but I definitely still have room just because of like the way that I tie these. They're not secure. But when I initially got these shoes and I put them on and they had the factory lacing, I was able to get them in and my foot definitely did feel secure. But again, I just loose tie just because that's how I like my sneakers to look. I've been doing it for X amount of years. I don't think I'll ever go back to just, you know, kind of strangling my foot in a shoe. But they are true to size. Absolutely, without a doubt. I think these are a true to size sneaker, which is odd because my Flightposites from high school are 10.5. And I fit those sneakers very well. I fit those sneakers. I don't flop in them. I'm not coming out of them. So I'm interested on why that is. I do have another pair of Flightposites, which was actually gifted to me from the sneakers team over at Nike. So I just want to say thank you to y'all. Now this pair is a 9.5. This is a Flightposite, just a different model. It has the kind of shoe cover right here, but this is a 9.5. This 9.5 fits me. But again, I think this like the way that shoes were either made back then or, you know, whatever the case may be. My Flightposites from 10 years ago were a 10.5 and now I wear a 9.5. And the last thing is styling. Now I will say this because I've tried these on with baggy pants. I've tried these on with like somewhat slim pants. I don't own anything skinny, but I do have joggers. I don't think Foamposites look good just with like how bulky the shoe is. Like with how bulky this shoe is, I don't think anything that falls into the realm of skinny works with Foamposites. But that's just because of how big this shoe is. I think you'll kind of look teeter-totter if you rock a skinny pair of jeans with a pair of Foamposites. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. Everything else is godly, bro. I'm talking shorts, they look godly. Baggy pants, they look godly. Like literally everything that I've put together with these, like again, of all the sneakers I've gotten the past year, these are the ones I'm reaching for the most. So I've worn these with multiple things. I've worn them multiple days. I'm always reaching for these just because like how great of a sneaker these are, bro. But yeah, styling wise, it's a very easy shoe to style. I mean, as long as you stay within the color palette, but then you also have room to step out of the color palette, not like super loud and bright, but like since it is so muted on the bottom, you can kind of style it with something that may be like a pop of color, like with this hat, in my opinion. And really just my last thoughts. Again, I'm just so happy Foamposites, Flightposites, Clogposites, and you know, hopefully they start doing more Courtposites. I'm just so happy they're back in the game. I'm glad people are getting access to collabs. I'm glad that, you know, they're taking it there. They're doing something that people been wanting for a while. People been shitting on, they've been shitting on Foamposites, but the real ones know. But let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts and opinions on Foamposites? But don't just leave it at that. Let me know what you think of Clogposites, Flightposites. Let me know what you think of this resurgence of Foamposites. Again, I am an enthusiast of Foamposites. I am definitely going to continue to get more pairs as they come out. Again, great shoe, great sneakers. Shout out to the sneaker team for giving me these. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch you in the next. Wait. Let me know, do you prefer the other method of me doing sneaker reviews or do you prefer a shorter video? Again, I tried to make this video short, so if I didn't, I apologize.
But I love the way you work it. Hey, I love the way you work it.